beautiful grounds of Brown University. John Broker, I'm joined by Thomas Wheels Grant as we get set. We're going to take just 1 minute for a moment of silence for Cappy Flores. 1 year ago today, she sadly passed away and left this rugby community.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ivy League and Brown University welcome you this afternoon. The Ivies at NCAA promote good sportsmanship by our student athletes, coaches, and spectators. While enjoying today's event, we encourage the use of respectful language and positive actions free of racist, homophobic, or transphobic discrimination or other intimidating actions directed at competitors, coaches, officials, and other spectators. The Ivy League and Brown University condemns.
And we are here and we are ready to go, Wheels. Two good teams here, a good matchup. Great day for rugby out here.
Couldn't ask for a better day today, Johnny. The sun is shining. The ground is in really hard condition in the previous weeks. It's seemed a bit soft, but it promises for some good free-flowing rugby today.
It's going to be great. We have a couple of big teams here. Crimson having a good season here. They had a little tough loss against Dartmouth last week in the last second. Let's talk about this Harvard team, sorry.
Yeah, the Harvard team coming off a tight one, a buzzer beater last week, wasn't it? 29 points to 31, going down to Dartmouth, and Brown lost to Army 0 points to 17. So both teams coming off losses, and it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back from those. Obviously a big week of training with their respective coaches. It's all on the line today. What a matchup.
It is going to be a great matchup, and running from the left to right on your screen in the black and red is going to be the Harvard Crimson, and the Brown Bears will be running from right to left wearing the white. And Jenny Liu will be your referee for today's contest. It's going to be a great one. As you said, Harvard here, you know, number 2 right now in Division I with Dartmouth just taking the top spot there as we're heading towards playoffs. Some work to do for the Brown Bears. New coach, Rosalind Chow. She is, you know, I wouldn't say rebuilding. She's got some very good players to work with, but they're really trying to get their game going and looking great these days.
Yeah, they certainly are, and what an occasion today as well. It's senior day here at Marvel Field. We just saw a lovely presentation pre-game for 4 of our seniors for Brown that are leaving, so it's a testimonial day today for them. I'm excited to see what they put on the field.
Referee Lou has whistled, and Wheels' favorite Nikki Lynch, number 4, has kicked off for the Bears. Harvard first run here. Harvard hands on the ball quickly. Parents Weekend and Alumni Weekend here at Brown, so big crowd building here at Marvel Field. They're all on camera side. He gets a shot of the teams back there. Here's Muir with the first kick of the game. Gets it to the back to Cunningham. Cunningham, one of 2 sisters. That's Morgan with the ball. Gets the ball to Noelle Lewis. Noelle Lewis takes a tackle, and it was high. Referee Lou right on the spot. First penalty here for the Bears. Faith Chen tries to go quick, but opportunity to push this downfield, maybe get a line out.
Yeah, good start. Brown will be happy with this early penalty. A good opportunity to enter into Harvard's 22, and they're just going to be outside of it. But let's see what they've got from set piece here and what their intent is.
We're going to go for this line out. Just outside the 22 of the Crimson. Delaney Dill to put this one in. Dill goes to the center of the line out. Not straight, however, uncontested, but we're going to come here. Opportunity choice scrummer line out for the Crimson.
Yeah, I think that replay the line out in which they're going to do and try and exit from the 22 here and call some possession back on Brown here.
Some good height on the Crimson side in this line out. That one goes clean up to Jordan Rowe. Out into the middle of the field they go quickly. A little wrap around, a little miscue. Looks like we have a whistle here. Oh, never mind. We have the Harvard can continue to play. I thought I saw a little bit of knock-on come in there, but just couldn't quite get it. Forward pod right off the side there for the Crimson. Crimson just outside their 22, so can't go directly in to touch this one. New York can certainly find some space with this. Cunningham's going to want to hang a little further back, putting the ball over Morgan Cunningham's head very quickly. Cunningham, the junior from Danville, California, comes crossfield, gets it away. They have a runner out wide if they can get it there. Nice little pass. Doesn't quite get to its intended target, so they're going to keep going. And Chen has some forwards runner. And the always game, Elizabeth Mahoney, takes her first rumble of the day. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of that as Julia Murray gets a hold of it. Gets it to Makdia Parker. She's at midfield. Chen looking at Murray. Murray finds another runner just out wide. Not getting any forward momentum around midfield. see what they decide to do here. Mahoney shows, comes back in. Got some numbers out here on the right as they start to lose a little ground, the Bears. Chen finds Murray. Murray holds the pass. Spacing behind if they decide to kick. Player trying to rip it away from Harvard, and good jackal in there. It is Harvard ball, and they're going to go quick. That was number 6, Sophia Hilger, with the turnover. We're going to come back to that penalty. Referee Lou says they didn't get an advantage there. Player didn't release.
Yeah, no release there, and I think we have potentially a wee tackle off the ball there on number 9 for Harvard, Cassidy Bargel. And Harvard will have the opportunity here to not find touch.
Fine touch. Noel Lewis has a hold of that one. Noel Lewis has some speed on a nice, faster track like this. We saw them play at Long Island University up here in a very muddy game where everything was just a bit slow, and now a forward puck comes off. There's Lynch, ever ready. Chen back to Murray. Murray's behind her 22, but took the ball from in front, so she has to keep it in the air, and does. Comes down into Muir's hands. Ball across the field. Stanley moves it wide. That one looked a touch forward. Referee Lou agrees with me. We're going to come back for a scrum here for the Bears just inside their own half.
Well, you can see both teams' intentions early on, Johnny, and it's really promising. They're here to play attacking rugby. They're looking to get the ball to the width and find their wingers on the outside. So while we're seeing a few mistakes in these early stages, very promising signs for the latter of the match.
Sun against the Bears right now on this 65+ degree beautiful fall day. Very unusual for this time of year. But everybody, fans, players, you and I are enjoying this, Wheels.
Exactly. Am I in the state of Massachusetts right now? I don't know.
You're in Rhode Island.
Still letting my
yeah, no problem.
Here.
We're good. Wheels, of course, of Major League Rugby's New England Free Jacks staff. Ball in for the Bears. That one goes down. Referee Lou will just bring that up. It is muddy on parts of the field, so that's to be expected.
Brown's scrum's been a real weapon for them, hasn't it, so far this season? And my first time experiencing Harvard's front row here, so I always love a good scrum battle, Johnny. And
absolutely.
Here's the first one of the game.
Double header here today at Marvel Field. The men will take on Dartmouth for the Ivy League title later on today. But right now, this NIRA, National Intercollegiate Rugby Association matchup, the sprint to 40. Rugby and NCAA eligible sport. Look at that break from the senior Maktia Parker. She has nothing gas. She's across the 22. First points maybe on over here, and Maktia Parker wastes no time. And the senior on senior day touches it down. 5 points to the Bears.
Oh, Maktia Parker. She's been acknowledged in the pre-game, and she's getting acknowledged now. What a line run. She just bursts through the gap onto the ball. What a fantastic way to start the game for Brown Bears, and no one more deserving of Maktia Parker to get her name on the scoreboard first.
Absolutely. The Africana Studies major from Columbia Secondary School. Grew up in Harlem, New York. Played some rugby with the Columbia Secondary School and New York Rugby Club, Rugby, New Jersey. And now graduating this year from Brown. I'm hoping she continues her rugby career. What an electric run.
Oh, definitely. I think she has a big future ahead of her, and all the games that I've watched Brown play this season, she's been a standout and a real strong force in that number 12/13 jersey. And, gives the goal kicker here, number 10, Julia Murray, a good opportunity to put an extra 2 points on top.
Murray, the freshman, first-year player here from Libertyville, Illinois. Rugby player in high school, as well as a couple of other sports. 3 more years with Coach Chow here. Coach Chow will be thrilled having such a presence as a first-year fly half. A very calm presence on the field for her first year in Brown University, and that one goes up and hooks, and that one is good. It's 7-0. They lead early on here to the Brown Bears.
Well, it's so critical to have a cool, calm, collected 10, isn't it? And as you spoke of her age and her, I guess, her freshness to this league, it's really promising to see someone with such a cool head on shoulders.
Harvard, coached by Mel Denham. Set to kick this one off. Nice high kick hanging up in the sun here. Going to be a tough one to take down for anybody. Eventually knocked forward by Brown, but knocked forward off a leg, so it's going to be a line out here for the Crimson. Good thinking there to put that one high up, Wheels. Nice into the sun, hanging over those players. Hard for anybody to figure out where it was.
Yeah, that was a pinpoint kick there and really put Brown under pressure to collect the ball, and the sun is a big factor today. And Harvard are in the line out back, and here we go.
Nikki Lynch could nearly pick that one off, but Bargell moves it to Miura, her partner, in the midfield to get that one back into Charlotte Gilmore, the number 8. In the midfield off that line out. Now some quick hands out to that left-hand side. Crimson looking to answer quickly. Some good footwork. Nice little offload there. And they continue to roll forward there across the 22. And we may be nearly level soon. Right under the sticks we go. And the Crimson have answered here at Marble Field. 5 points to the good for the Harvard Crimson.
Crimson bounce right back within a couple of minutes of Maktia Parker's try. Number 13, Tiana Padilla. What a fantastic dot down there under the sticks. Harvard did so well there to keep the ball alive on the edge, and just a lovely interplay of offloads. And eventually it was too much there for Brown, and number 13, Tiana Padilla, puts Harvard right back on the scoreboard here.
Great work by Padilla. Kick to come pretty straightforward. Not an angle on this one. Exactly what Coach Denham would really want, as we're just about 9 minutes into the first half here of this NIRA matchup. Ball just rolls off the tee. So never mind, there's no tee. We're going old school out here. Just dig a little hole in the ground.
I love that. How good. Takes you back to the 1940s?
Something like that, I think. Pre-plastic. No mounds of sand across the field these days either.
Definitely not on this one, and here's the strike.
And what a strike it is. It's good. We're all tied up here. Great kick from the Crimson. Harvard Crimson kicker, Chloe Headland. Headland, the sophomore from Ontario.
A couple of fantastic tries to start this fixture. Obviously, we saw Maktia Parker with the opener, and Harvard really show what they can do with ball in hand there. This one's set up for an exciting.
And as you said, Wheels, these teams came to run. So it's certainly shown it here in the first 10 minutes. Plenty more action to come here. NIRA Rugby on ESPN. As Nikki Lynch, the sophomore from Miramonte High School, California, puts it into the hands of the waiting Crimson. Bargell, right around the side, very active, keeps those defenses honest. From the back of the contact area does the scrum half. But that one eventually taken into touch. Should be Brown Bears line out inside the Crimson half.
Yeah, good defense there by Brown. Push the winger to the outside and get the line out, attacking inside the 40 metres in return. There's a strong set now in the 9. Faith Chen plays it out to Murray, who finds her prop Mahoney just looking to set the ball forward.
And here comes Brown. Chen moves that one way to Murray. Look at that held pass. Just a great move there. Allows players a little more time to run onto it. Cunningham not held, so she's going to continue going forward. Big ball up to Mahoney. Chen, one more time, gets to Murray. Little pop up there from Van de Voort. Eventually they're going to go to ground in the midfield. That's Maktia Parker. Murray puts one in behind. Little pop up there from Kate Muldoon, but good tackle comes in. Brown able to maintain possession here. They get it to Lynch. Lynch tries to step around the first defender. Again, clean ball comes Murray. Ball just with fire there to Maktia Parker. Maktia Parker has to absorb the contact there. She's got her loose head and tight head prop there to help her out. They'll keep that one stable. And Murray elects to kick now, puts it straight down the back of the field into the hands of Stanley. Stanley puts one across. Bargell moves it to Muir. She can't find anyone out there. Ball again, a nice show. Having to hold on to it. Mahoney trying to hold her up. Mahoney trying to poach here. Penalty against Mahoney this time for not rolling away. And Bargell is going to go quick. Bargell looking for a runner and finds one. Get it out wide there. That's Padilla. She's got one already. Padilla looking for the line. She's at the 22. Lynch has her attention. Kiana Akina takes that one in. Gets the ball back to Stanley. Some good work here. They've got potted forward and some wide runners. They choose to go. Options either direction right now. Bargell is going to move that one out to Growth. Growth about 5 meters out from the Brown Bears line. The Crimson knocking on the door yet again. Nice pop pass up there. Crimson continue to move. Bargell gets it out in the hands of Muir. Muir looking for the right runner. Padilla couldn't quite hang on to it. Winds up back in the hands of Stanley. Big tackles coming in from Brown as they draw the penalty. Great work there by the Bears.
Great work there by Brown, and Harvard got themselves into a good position there. Number 9, Cassidy Bargell, had the smarts just to tap and go and caught the Brown defenders napping, but unfortunately out on the edges they found themselves too isolated and Brown earned the turnover.
Good work by Brown. Crimson do look threatening. I'm sure Coach Chow hasn't done her homework for this one. Brown, of course, coached by Coach Chow, Kittery Wagner-Ruiz, and Bridget Kahele, who's on a World Cup squad today in your native country of New Zealand, playing for the USA tonight against old rival Canada.
They sure are. What a massive encounter that will be. Decides quarterfinal implications for USA, doesn't it? So
it certainly does. 11 o'clock Eastern, it's going to be a late night for me as Maktia Parker into this matchup. Barrels her way across a couple of people, and she is one determined senior right now. Ball to Chen. Chen gets the Murray. Murray looks for the kick in behind. Strong kicking game from the Bears today. Getting that one down inside the 22. See what they decide to do. Attack coming here from Harvard. A nice pass. Ball's coming across. Padilla has a lane. Pops that one over. Cannot find Akina. Eventually they get the ball back there. Brown able to reset their defense. Just go to a forward pod and a big collision right at halfway. Coming across is Muir. Ball up there to Eve Rankin. Rankin takes that one into contact. Ball back from Muir. Returning the favor on the kick. Keeping teams pushed behind. Cunningham can't handle that one in the sun. Has to go back and retrieve it, and does, and just looks for the safety of touch. Will line out for the Harvard Crimson.
Yeah, good tactic there from Harvard. Just put it up into the air. I think we'll see them use it a lot more today with the sun shining brightly. Obviously a massive distraction for the players at the back, and Brown didn't have much opportunity there. Cunningham at the back just to put a wee dinking kick into the 22, and Harvard will be happy with this attacking opportunity here.
Short ball up there, not straight again, however. Opportunity, either another line out or a scrum for the Crimson. We'll see what they decide. And it will be a line out indeed for Harvard. Seems to be their preferred attacking platform. A little bit of a messy ball. They come off the back. Muir has to step in to the distributor role. Moves it out into the centers there. Ball up in the hands of Reese Morgan. Try to move that one wide to Akina. Akina kicks it. Not sure whether her teammates are ahead of it, but referee Lou says we're good. Right on the spot there as the ball comes up to Carly Lehman. Carly Lehman gets driven backward. There's a sophomore from Shaker Heights, Ohio. Ball across from Muir. She finds the middle of the field. She's got a forward pod waiting there. That's Carolyn Kinghorn. Ball held up currently by the Bears. If nothing happens here, it will be a Brown Bear scrum. The referee is indeed going to award it that way. Referee Lou has had enough of this mess. Going to go to a scrum for the Brown Bears.
Fantastic stuff there from Brown. All working as a team, just getting up under the ball there, giving Harvard no opportunity to edge forward, and of course taken in by Harvard, and Brown will get the scrum. And interesting to see what they do here. They've looked to run it quite a bit from inside their 22 so far. It'll be interesting to see if they look to exit or go into touch.
Faith Chen puts this one in, but it goes down again. Faith Chen, the sophomore from Sacramento. Soccer and tennis player in high school. Moved over to this wonderful sport.
She saw the light.
Certainly did. Trying to put this one down again. Chen, ball at the back. Goodrich's feet. Gonna go to Makdia Parker off to the right-hand side. Makdia Parker gets that ball just a little behind her, so can't put her tremendous speed on top of that one. Ball comes up. Nice break through there for the Brown Bears at their own 40-meter line. Now they get it to Murray. She's gonna look to the kick again. Puts it right down into the hands of the waiting Crimson player. And they're gonna return that kick. Rolling towards touch it is. Rolls in a touch with a line out here for the Brown Bears. I don't believe that was behind the 50.
No, not behind the 50, so count as a 50-22 just outside the winger for Harvard, Chloe Headland, but a very, very smart kick, and mind you, I think it is a 50-22.
50-22, yeah, I got my line wrong there. It's going to be Crimson ball here inside the 22 of the Brown Bears. We're all tied up 7-7 here at Marble Field. Well taken on the top to Muir. She holds the run, gets it to one of her forwards. They're looking to put that one back. Just a little trickery that doesn't come on there. Going to come back for a scrum for the Bears.
Just didn't quite time their runs correctly there in the pass. A little bit low for the midfield to collect there of Morgan and Padilla. It certainly has looked dangerous in the midfield for Harvard. Padilla already got her name on the try sheet so far.
Scrum here for the Bears. Well, that one goes down again. Scrum's a bit of a mess on the field here today.
Has been a couple of resets, but I think the scrums that have been completed have shown they're pretty even in terms of pack weights, and we haven't really seen either pack be dominant so far.
Just about halfway through this first half, 20 minutes gone. Here at Marble Field, all tied up at 7. Coming off the back is Goodrich, looking for Chen. Chen, able to get that one away. Nothing happening out wide for the Bears. They take it into contact. Well lined up is the defense from the Crimson. Bears take it just a bit close to the line. Good driving double tackle from Harvard. Puts them backwards. Just a little momentum to keep hold of that ball. Nikki Lynch over the top there. Keeps that one clean. And Murray this time, they look directly for touch. Doesn't get too much ground, but gets it in the hand of one of her players. Not sure whether that was intended, but it's going to work out for him one way or another, Wheels. As Faith Chen gets that ball to Lynch. Lynch shows, barrels into a couple of people, comes up high. And gets it driven backwards in the tackle. Chen out to Murray. Murray goes wide on that one. Player isn't quite finding the line. Gets it to Makdia Parker. Chen to Murray. Murray looking for a runner there and finds it. That's a Dill. Blaney Dill into contact. And out to the left-hand side here, just looking to keep that one set and roll out the field with Kate Malloy. Takes that one into contact. Lynch in the first receiver spot, looking for some support. She takes that one in, can't step the defense, going to have to get her knee to the ground here. Harvard trying to hold her up, and doing a good job at the moment, but ball's on the ground. Players have to release. Makdia Parker running the dummy line there, goes back to Murray. Murray has to keep this one herself. A little tough for her. She tends to take the ball a little flat-footed before she gets going. Doing more of a distributor at the moment. Nikki Lynch has some runners, gets it wide to Noelle Lewis. Lewis hands it off. Lewis across the 40-meter line. Good work there as the back three defense was going to come up. have to deal with that. They get it to Mahoney. She was going to find her way through a couple of people every time she gets the ball. Ball out to Murray. Murray to Makdia Parker. Makdia Parker tackled at her own 40-meter line. Gets back up. Ball rolls away, and it's in the hands of the Crimson. Counterattack opportunity here. Referee Lou spots a knock on here. Right off that counterattack attempt, going to be a scrum for the Bears.
Yeah, unlucky there for Brown. They were doing really, really well to recycle phases and just build some continuity. You can see when they find the edges of Noel Lewis and Cunningham that they've got plenty of space to burn out wide. Unfortunately, a little error there. Just coughs the ball back up to Harvard, but the intentions are clear from Brown, just to sort of drag in some defenders in the midfield and then get it wide out to their superstars.
Chen just looking for a ball. Brown with the opportunity. Runners stacked, wing in behind Murray. Makdia Parker to the outside, leaves the entire right-hand side open for Emerson Goodrich. If she decides to go that way, she's going to have to dig this ball sooner or later. But Chen gets it to Murray. Murray looking for these runners, gets it in behind Makdia Parker. Not quite the forward movement on that they would have wanted. Noel Lewis gets it flat-footed. Noel Lewis to the 40. Chen looking for a runner and finds it. That's Goodrich. Carrying all day. Player from the Crimson has come down off their feet. Penalty against them. Just losing their footing in the mud, I think, their wheels, but penalty nonetheless for Brown.
Yeah, hands in the ruck there. Well spotted there by referee Leo. This is the number 6 for Harvard, Helga, who thought she might have gotten away with it and may have just snuck one past the referee, but really well spotted. And this is the first time Brown have really entered inside Harvard's half within the past 10 to 15 minutes, Johnny, so they've got to build some real momentum here and put them under pressure.
Good defense here. They did, 17-0 last week against West Point, but Coach Chow was talking about their defense, held really solid. West Point, a very, very good attacking team. So really working on the defensive end of things, and that's 15 minutes down there without giving up a try or a score, anything. Opportunity back here on this side as the ball goes up to Goodrich.
Certainly is fantastic. We see in many games, if you defend really well for the first 20 minutes, 20 to 25, it can decide the outcome of the game, really. And as we see this match develop, how crucial will that defensive stanza be?
Ball up, taken away by the Crimson. Crimson in the midfield. Ball back in hand. Only one player back for Brown. If Muir decided to kick this one. Bargell to Muir. She does indeed. With all that open field, she kicks it right to Emerson Goodrich. Sorry, to Morgan Cunningham. And that one knocked forward deliberately by the Harvard player. Be a penalty for Brown again.
Yeah, unfortunately, just stuck the hand out there and couldn't quite collect the ball. And of course, in today's game, by the law book, if you don't make a decent attempt to catch the ball, it is a deliberate knockdown, and Brown will be happy to have another go at a line out here.
A little trouble at line out time so far. You have to straighten that one out, which I'm sure they will want to do. Ball up there to Goodrich. That bounces over the top. Goes back Crimson way. Crimson on the move, just setting that one up. Penalty this time against Brown. Muir steps up. Their lineout has been secure. I'm sure she'll just push this one downfield. And it does not find touch, but finds a knock on. Look at a scrum. Will the Crimson inside the 30-meter line of the Brown Bears.
Yeah, Harvard will be happy either way. Their scrum and line out is operating pretty solidly at the moment. Brown, as you said, line out time, just struggling to find their jumper, and a few not straights, just opportunity coming up at half time in the next 13 minutes to try and assess that, what's going on.
scrum here. Referee Lou had a conversation with Faith Chen about where she can and cannot be. Looking to add herself as an extra defender here for this Brown team.
As all good nines do, Johnny.
Scrum coming in, Bargell. The senior from Silverthorne, Colorado, to put this one in. Big drive there by Brown, comes squirting out, penalty against the Crimson, and good work, Brown Bears. Nicely done to regain possession. Another opportunity to push this one down.
Great scrum there from Brown. Gee, I love a scrum penalty, and we've got our first one of the game. It's taken 28 minutes, but the pressure there from the front row of Brown just causing the tight three of Harvard to collapse. Rankin, Lehman and Groff, and Brown get the line out on halfway, and you can see they're just taking this one a bit more slowly and trying to work out their processes here at line out time.
Ball in here from Brown. Goodrich can't come down with that one either, but Brown is going to maintain possession here. Good work for them. Big drive from the Bears, working their way forward. That's the momentum they need as they get it to Mahoney. Mahoney, she's taken down as a sophomore. And ball out there. A little cheeky work by Chen, just puts it into a lazy runner, and they have a penalty. She's able to go quick. Here goes Chen. Chen a little bit isolated here. Flopping around on the ground, and gets a penalty called against her for just a couple too many movements.
Yeah, that is the guilt here, going quick, and we're still underway here. That's back and forth.
Brown on the defense now as the Crimson setting up again. They put it in behind the pod. They're looking at the width here. Not going to get it, but Padilla is going to take an inside line. Picked up by Gel. You're looking for a runner. Nice footwork there from Harvard. Eventual tackle comes down on Victoria Stanley. Back up quickly to a waiting forward pod. A little tempted to tip pass there. It doesn't go to hand. Crimson having to run back on it. A little disjointed here. The Crimson going to have to get their shape back as the Brown defense putting in a lot of pressure. The kick to come. Cunningham tracks across. Able to maintain her footing. Puts a pass inside, eventually picked up. Muldoon takes that one in. Chen has some runners. That's Delaney Dill. First run, it's Kate Malloy. My apologies. The senior from Sudbury. I should know Kate Malloy by this point. As the ball comes up, good rushing defense coming in from the Crimson. Pushing them backwards just a little bit here. They have options both sides. They retain the ball, but have turned it over, and here come the Crimson. Crimson across halfway. Bargell quickly gets it moving there. Outside to Padilla, but little miscues again here. Harvard able to get that one down eventually. Muir is looking for some runners out wide and finds it. They have a little speed this time, but slows it down there. Reese Morgan takes one flat-footed. They got a couple runners coming around from that back layer here. Ball goes down. Did he get knocked forward? Did he get knocked back? They're still running. Referee says everything's good. That try is going to be awarded. That is another try for the Harvard Crimson. Kiani Akina, scores that try for the Crimson. I thought it was going to get called back for a penalty. That's my lack of excitement, but Harvard Crimson pull ahead. 9 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, that's a really, really well-worked try there by Harvard. You can see early on they flushed the forward pod well, and what that did is sucked in those defenders and allowed the space on the outside. And Padilla did really well to get the offload away to Akina, which of course was knocked backwards by Brown. Then it was play on up to that point, and Akina had a clear run home. Harvard, good reward for that pressure that they've applied inside the half in the last 20 minutes.
Is and Akina, the sophomore from Oahu, Hawaii, now playing her rugby in a different part of the country, up in Boston, Massachusetts, Cambridge.
Slightly different conditions.
Slightly different sometimes. Beautiful day today. She's probably pretty happy.
It's a bit Hawaii-like, isn't it?
Nice kick there. Does it have it? It certainly does. Tremendous work from the Crimson. That's Chloe Headland putting that kick in. Chloe Headland, right from the angle from Smiths Falls, Ontario.
Really crucial 7 minutes coming up here for Brown. Put a smile on Coach Rosalind Chow's face if they could just etch some points back in this first half. Had a really good opening to the game.
14-7. Brown trailing in this first half here at Marble Field. Another kick up there from Nikki Lynch. Well taken by the Crimson, contested by Brown. Brogan Mior keeps this one herself, finds a gap. Brogan Mior looks for a pass. That is deliberately knocked. Referee has seen a number of those. A card may come out eventually. Bargell is going to go quick. Bargell looking for some runners. Holds a little bit of late one. Pass up there to Padilla. Good quick hand from her. There's a seam. And away they go. That's Victoria Stanley. Beautiful pass back inside from Stanley. Padilla back to Stanley. Stanley finally hauled down about 5 meters out. Brown going to have to really work hard to get back into the fence here. Bargell finds Mior. Mior finds a runner in the midfield. Carolyn Kinghorn heads directly at the post. She gets stopped again about 5 meters out. Mior looking for a runner again. They're going to go wide here. Good tackle in, but looks like a high one. I'm sure Bargell will go quick, or somebody will. Mior has the line. They're looking at the try line right there. Referee Lou on the spot. Runners queuing up and calling for it here for Brown. Ball comes out, forward charge here, trying to work their way into that try line, and a try zone, excuse me. And another whistle from referee Lou. And we have a try, guessing by the celebrations there on the far end of the field from us there. Hard work there by the Crimson, work it down, get it across field, couple of rucks. Later, they are in the try zone. Good work as they go up to 19.
Great work there by Harvard. I think it was number 1, Michelle Groff, who got over the line there in the end, but fantastic interplay of handling there from Harvard. It all started from the break. Lovely vision there by number 10, Brogan Muir, who of course had her pass deliberately knocked on and allowed them just to keep that momentum on, and got it out wide to Victoria Stanley wearing 19, who ducked and weaved, and they took it to the left edge and evidently got over with the front rower, Groff.
Good vision there, Wheels. As
Test the memory.
As Headland lines up again. She's been strong from a number of angles with the unique kicking setup here. That one is up and no good this time. We're going to stay. Should be 19. They kept their flags down. And stadium scoreboard went to 21, but I believe that's incorrect. Should be 19-7.
Brown just need to hit the reset button here. You see, they're very dangerous when they get it out to their edges. The likes of Noel Lewis and Cunningham. Potentially try and do that a couple of phases earlier from now on. Consider getting sucked in a lot to forward pods. Just try and get the ball out wider a little bit earlier. They might find it easier to manipulate the space and apply some pressure to Harvard here. See a great atmosphere today at Marble Field. We've got the chants going.
Fans getting in behind them. Nikki Lynch, ball in hand, ready to get this started again. We're about 3 minutes on the game clock. See who comes up with this. Looks like it's going to be Harvard. But Toigwe nearly had that one. Bargell goes to the box kicks. First one of the game for either team. Goes back to Cunningham. She's got Padilla coming on. Padilla makes a tackle. About 45 meters out from her own line. Brown having a dig here. Get the ball into the hands of Jessup. Jessup gets it up to Mahoney. Mahoney always steady in those close quarters. Chen now just shuffles one off there. Murray has to go back on it. Gets it to Makdia Parker. Not in the kind of room that she likes. Ball up there into the hands of one of the waiting front row forwards, Makdia Parker. Shoulder bothering her just a little bit there after that contact. Murray rolls one in behind this time. She's going to find touch. She will not. And Harvard on the move with another kick going back in the other direction. Murray back on it. Murray some room to run this time. Moves it into the middle of the field. They got runners coming wide if they want to get it there. Little sideways run coming ball to Noelle Lewis, but she can't quite handle it. And we're going to have a line out just inside the Brown half for the Harvard Crimson as time winds down on the game clock in this first half.
Just a bit guilty at the moment, Brown, of a few inaccurate passes. You can see when they go to hand, capable of breaking through this Harvard defensive line, but I'm sure that'll be addressed at halftime by Coach Chow.
Certainly will. There's plenty to go in the second half for this Brown team. Ball sails up over the Crimson side there. Well taken. Muir puts it in the midfield. A little interplay between a couple of the forwards there as they get the ball around the back. But behind the gain line are the Harvard Crimson having a wraparound as Muir. She's looking to go wide with that one. She takes a little shot for her troubles. Working their way back on defense here is Brown. The ball comes up to Growth. Nice little tip pass, resulting in a line break there for the Crimson. Ball out to Muir. She gets it into the midfield. Sophia Hilger takes it into contact at the 40-meter line. And off they come. Nice little pass out there. Good interplay across this team. That's Carolyn Kinghorn takes that one in. Bargell working hard to Padilla. Padilla finds an inside pass to Muir. Muir finds a way across the 22. Muir has a couple players dragged with her, but able to get that pass away eventually to Stanley. Stanley fighting her way, gets the handoff there, and across the try line they go. Late in this first half, the Harvard Crimson have touched down another try to extend their lead. Just some great handling and interplay there, Wheels.
Fantastic team try there from Harvard. Every player just working hard to be in support of each other and do their part there to seal the try. The support from the forwards in particular there, of course getting their name on the score sheet there, but Muir did really well to take the line on and take the space. That'll make the Harvard coach very, very happy. The management team really asserting their dominance in the last 10 minutes.
Certainly looking strong here. Good start by Brown. Great defense. Just a couple of tough little lapses there. Some very heads-up play by this Crimson team. As Hedlund, ball stuck in the ground there. Slots another one. And that is halftime here at Marble Field. The Brown Bears are trailing 28-7 to the Harvard Crimson. That is the first half. Wheels, final thoughts for the first half?
Yeah, Harvard very, very well to be dominant in this last 30 minutes. Brown have looked good with ball in hand, but the duo of Cassidy, Bargell and Brogan Muir for Harvard, I feel, have controlled this game very, very well so far. Taking the line on, quick taps, manipulating the defense. I'm excited to see how Brown can come back into this game in the second half.
And that's the first half. We're going to step away for a second. We'll be back with a second half action in just a minute. This is NIRA Rugby on ESPN. I wasn't staring at you. I have the world. 26-7. We thought it was 28. 26-7 to the Harvard Crimson. John Broker here with Thomas Wheels. Grant Wheels going to be a good second half. Little ascendancy for Harvard there at the end of the first. We'll see what Brown can come back with.
Yeah, pretty simple heading into this half. Harvard will be looking to continue right where they left off. Dominated position, and of course that eventuated in a couple of tries in the first half. The later stages, Brown, the message from Coach Chow will be simple. Just fix up those little handling areas, a bit more accurate passes, and get the ball to the width earlier. They've got some speedsters.
Headland gets us going here for the Crimson. Our number 11 there, she's the kicker, as well as a wing. They're going to be running right to left on your screen, or the Harvard Crimson this half. And Brown will be running from left to right. Nikki Lynch puts a little pop pass up there into the hands of Makdia Parker. Can't find a seam, has to take it into contact. Murray looking in behind. Good defense coming up, a nice step there. That's Cunningham. Cunningham gets her own 40. Cunningham gets the ball ripped away by one of the Crimson players. A little of a mess there. We'll see what the referee decides happens here. It looks like Crimson has taken it, indeed. But a player came through from Brown, quite illegally. So we're going to have a penalty here for the Crimson.
Brown, Cunningham just got the start they wanted. Burst through the seam and edged a few metres forward, but got a little bit messy at the breakdown there, and in return Harvard get the penalty for illegal play.
York puts one downfield. We're going to come here for a first line out of the second half. Referee Jenny Liu, well-regarded referee, handling this one as Harvard first attacking option here. Harvard's sun in their eyes for the second half. It'll be interesting to see if Murray wants to use that to her advantage.
Exactly. I won't be surprised if they definitely look for the aerial route a lot more and see the throw not straight there, but they've got to use it this half. It certainly is blinding. Right in our eyes too, Johnny.
Absolutely. And that's a junior, Jordan Rowe. Couldn't quite take that one. Number 4 was not straight to her. So we're going to come down for a scrum here for the Bears. Scrum's been fairly even so far this game.
Yeah, very evenly matched packs so far. We've seen the one scrum penalty so far rewarded to Brown, just the front row collapsing, but it has been an intriguing scrum battle thus far. Long may it continue.
Referee Liu brings us together. Shen is going to have to dig this one. Harvard's starting to get a drive on here. Gets it out to Murray. Murray looking at some runners. Makdia Parker cuts back in. Joe was there, so had to just step the other way. She's going to keep those legs pumping, and she gets through and back to her feet. Makdia Parker. Typically at 13, and Akila Cathy is the one busting the holes from 12. But this time it is Makdia Parker, and that ball is kicked downfield, indeed into the sun. They're going to use a little kick in this half as Brown. That's going to be a line out here for the Crimson at their own 40-meter.
Makdia Parker starting the second half just as she did in the first half. Harvard have done pretty well to contain her in the latter stages of the first half, but I'm sure she'll be looking for plenty of involvements here early on. Apply some of the pressure and a good exiting opportunity here for Harvard.
Better line out this time. Rowe comes down with that one. Eura really mishandles it, so it slows down the attack just a second. But they've got Padilla coming through. Nice left-handed handoff right there. Padilla has a runner out wide. That's Headland. Headland has done a lot of kicking today, and now she is going to be rewarded for all that with a great try early in the second half. The Crimson pull a little further ahead.
Lovely stuff there from set piece Harvard. Padilla, she's been a standout for me so far in this game. Just burst through the gap, running all good lines like centres do. And Headland had the speed to keep up with her and support, and had a lot of open pasture through to the try line, didn't see Johnny? And Harvard just extend this pressure so far. 31 points to 7 with a kick to come.
The Ontario native will try to convert her own kick. She went to Smiths Falls District Collegiate Institute. A lot of words there for a high school.
Well done, Johnny.
Hartman pushes that one wide, so the Bears not going to have another 2 points put up there. But down with a lot of work to do is the hometown Brown Bears here on Alumni and Parents Weekend at Marvel Field. Crimson looking strong heading into the postseason.
You can really tell that all of these Harvard players are really on the same page. They know what they're doing at the right time, and they've been very good off set piece today.
Harvard have a couple of alumni in the Eagles squad that will play in the World Cup today. Jenny Cronish with a storming second row for Harvard. Started the first game of the World Cup on the reserve finishers today. Ball up here into the hands of a waiting Crimson player. To the 40-meter line they go. Gets a knees to the ground. Brown's going to have to release. Brogan Miura flat to the line. Puts a little pop pass up there. Has to hang on to it herself. Ball taken away by Nikki Lynch. Nikki Lynch, fan favorite here at Marvel Field. Aggressive. Ball. Big crash there from Jessup. Back down to Murray. She's got Delaney Dill in the middle of the field. Delaney Dill offloads that one. Brown player could have been a little bit isolated there, but they're able to get the ball away to Onmacht. And number 23, Maktia Parker nearly slips through. Maktia Parker hauled down. 18 meters out from the line. Side where they're going to go here. Goodrich. The ball up to Jessup. Good defense by the Crimson. Eventually Brown is going to take this one down to the ground. Onmacht in at the scrum half position. And that one gets driven back for Kate Muldoon. Mahoney, ball goes in behind her, into the hands of Lynch. Lynch to the ground, play over quickly from the Crimson, and that ball is turned over. Bargell whips it out the back to Miura. She's standing on the back line. Is there room to kick? Decides to go to the hand. Get the ball out to Hedlund, the try scorer. Hedlund looking for the wraparound player. What hands right there from Harvard. Hedlund gets that ball back, speeding down the touchline. I thought she was hauled into touch there, but we're going to continue to play. The referee saw a knock on in there.
This Harvard backline really turning it on at the moment. Really impressed by the skill set. Some of these players, really accurate passes. Brown looked a lot better there. Some fantastic offloads and built some phases, but just guilty of turning the ball over.
Brown with a put in. Onmacht and Murray having a little chat. One into Murray, knocks it forward. Able to regather. Referee Lou didn't spot it. Onmacht calling for some runners. And up they come. Looked a little bit high on that tackle. He's going to have us keep playing. It's out to Maktia Parker. Maktia Parker holds her pass. Good defense from the Crimson. Stuck their own 22 are the Bears right now. Murray goes to the boot for this one. Looking to roll it into touch to slow things down, and does. But it's going to be a Crimson attacking line out here, Wheels.
Good defense there from the Crimson. Not really letting Brown penetrate the defense. Also forced the kick that didn't enter past Brown's half, and Harvard will have another opportunity here to attack from line out set piece, and we saw they scored a great try off it earlier on in the second half. We're looking to do the same here in the midfield with Padilla, the weapon, and the number 13 jersey.
The messy lineout comes down to one of the Harvard players, but it wasn't straight. Brown has the opportunity here. Scrummer lineout being the choice.
It's a really solid crowd starting to build here sideline. Of course, we've got two matches here today, don't we, Johnny? For the Ivy League title after this, Brown versus Dartmouth, Giant versus Giant. Looking forward to that one.
Good rugby here at Marvel Field all day. This NIRA matchup. play Dartmouth next weekend, so the top 2 teams in the conference, they're playing week after week. Owen Mocked gonna have to dig that one, but scrum's going around. Referee's gonna bring it back. You hear the marching band in the background as Cornell is in town to play the Brown football team across the street from Marble Field.
Scrum resets here, and you look at the setup of the back line here for Brown. Matia Parker standing really flat to a 10-13 Muldoon.
Ball squirts out. Owen Macked dives on it. Bargell may have turned this one over and has. Crimson ball in hand. Off they come through Reese Morgan. Reese Morgan's out to Padilla. Padilla gets to the Headland. Headland, that one just slips off her hand and goes forward. And we are going to continue to play here. Crimson ball. Thought that was knocked on, but a little bit of an off angle where I'm standing. So ball up there to Kinghorn. And into touch they go. It'll be a Brown line out.
Yeah, turned over to Brown there eventually. I thought that pass might have drifted forward, but of course we've got the angled view here, and Brown will get the line out anyway.
Ball up for Brown. Tap back, but unclean. Big tackle, double tackle coming in from the Crimson. Able to recycle it, however, are the Bears. Bears with Nikki Lynch. She takes a high shot. Penalty slow things down. And Lynch immediately asking for a substitute there.
Yeah, I think potentially might have just clashed heads with her opposite lock for Harvard, Caroline Kinghorn. And she'll head to the sideline to get a head assessment check, which is obviously very important.
Trainer coming out to have a word with referee Lou.
See the substitute enter the field. We'll just get a name for you there and the green headgear.
Very unselfish here by Lynch. Most players, try to unfortunately hide those head injuries based on the, the adrenaline and the excitement of playing the game. Lynch immediately said, I'm ready to come out of this game. Ball into the crowd. Line out coming for Brown.
Number 19 enters the field, Aziza Alford.
Brown good with this one, but not straight again. That was Carter Bedford.
I think we just had closing the gap there, Johnny, or potentially an early lift, so well spotted there.
Incorrect work. It's a free kick for the Bears. Inside their own 40, they're going to take a scrum here.
We've seen some substitutes made for Harvard as well. Number 23, Maeve Humphrey, has entered onto the wing for is Kiani Akina.
Referee Lou calls us together. Owen mocked. The ball in. Good pressure coming on, but we're going to bring this one up. Start again.
Harvard got a good push on. Scrum time. Last time, so we'll be looking for them to apply plenty of pressure here.
Good scrum this time from Brown, keeping it stable. A little late push there from the Crimson. Puts it just off. Coming around the back, using Makdia Parker as the decoy. Pass doesn't go to hand. Referee Lou says it went back. Let's play. Noel Lewis. Inside their own half. Brown regathers. Ball back into Murray. It's Laney Dill. She pops it up to Makdia Parker. She offloads. Player just a little isolated here for Brown, but able to recycle. Murray looking for a runner. Goes around the back. Two defenders are right on her. And they go wide. We'll see what Brown can do with this one. Delaney Dill into contact. Ball back to Murray. She's going to go for the kick. Murray just pushes that one into touch. I believe the player was in front, so the lineout's probably going to move back there.
A very good defense there from Crimson. They pushed Brown from right to left and didn't give them any room to move. Resulted in them getting the line out inside Brown's 22. Very good on defense today so far, have Harvard.
Ball up to the front of the line out safely. Maul here for Harvard. See what this powerful set of forwards for the Crimson can do as Bargell coming to the back with a breakaway there through Carly Lehman. Ball to the ground. Brown player has to roll away. And does. Bargell looking for runners. Go to Kinghorn. Kinghorn to Eva Rankin on that one. Well recycled. We'll pick and go here for the Crimson. Clean. May have been taken away there by the Bears. It has been. And a penalty right after that for not releasing against the Crimson. Good work of the breakdown by Brown.
Good stuff there from Brown. That'll please Coach Chow. Applied the pressure and got the turnover. And Murray will look to exit past the 22, and she does successfully. I'd like to try and see them use this aerial option a lot more. The sun still a massive factor, and try and put the back three of Harvard under some pressure.
Referee Lou just wants Harvard to keep the spacing here. Rankin comes out of the line out. Rowe moves in for the Crimson. See what Brown decides to do here. See if they go for the same option they have. Ball up and loose. It's going to wind up in Crimson hands. Carly Lehman gets dragged across field. The sophomore from Shaker Heights, Ohio. And coming back across this time, a ball slips over the head of Kinghorn, but picked up by her second row partner, Rowe. Rowe takes that one into contact. Back to Mior. Mior has a runner coming onto the ball, but can't quite make it happen there with Victoria Stanley. Bargell moves that one into the hands of Hilger. Harvard on the roll again here, but taken away by the Brown Bears. Alford's going to turn that one over. Onmach gets to Delaney Dill. Delaney Dill gets a little offload in there and makes sure they don't wind up isolated. Emerson Goodrich takes that one in and has teammates with her. Good to go. Dill right back on her feet. Julia Murray calling for it. Murray, a little bit slower ball than she probably would want here. They're looking to slide a runner through that gap, but unavailable. Closed down by the Crimson defense, and Murray, ball in hand again. Do they have the width here? Nice little break there for the Crimson. Noelle Lewis is on the outside. Chip ahead there for Lewis to run onto. Headland going back for the Crimson. Headland's going to win the race, but can she get the ball? She gets ball and Noelle Lewis at the same time. And hauled into touch, it looks like, so it should be a Brown line out down here. Great tactical play by the Brown Bears.
Oh, again, a great example of how dangerous they are when they get their ball out to width. Fantastic option there, just to put it to the boot. Of course, had the speed of Noelle Lewis to chase and apply pressure, and in turn forced Harvard into touch. And Jessup will get the throw into the line out here. Brown, they need a try here to claw their way back into this game. Here come the Bears.
31-7 here at Marble Field. Just a little slow down at the moment. That line out on the attack. Good counter up coming in from the Crimson. Brown able to recover, however. Little forward tussle going down in the try zone for the Brown Bears, looking for more points in this game. Ball held up. They're going to have to make something happen here. And they do. Owen Mocked get someone out. Little pop pass up there. Here come the Bears trying to drive this one across the line. Crimson defense solid again. Owen Mocked going off the other direction this time. Players just getting lifted up here. Jessup.
Space out wide.
Murray gets to one in the midfield. Well maintained by this defense from the Crimson. Crimson holding strong so far. Ball quickly up there, looking for a runner to get through a space. Have done. That's Emerson Goodrich. She throws a little basketball pass outside. Working towards the corner. Again, just straight up and down runners here. Being held up and slowed down by this Crimson defense. Move again is Brown. Working through the phases here. And this time a big barrel towards the line, looking for the space. Again, it doesn't materialize for them. Crimson just trying to slow this down. There's a big bump off from one of the front row forwards. At the back they go to Murray. Murray. That's it there. It is picked off. That looks like Padilla, and that was just a clear eye of the ball. No, that's Headland. Headland is going to have a long run there, and nobody's going to stop her. And Chloe Headland, one of the players of this match so far, Wheels just opportunistic, spots that ball, and away she goes.
Yeah, Chloe Headland, number 2 for her today. Read the script on that play very, very well. Brown weren't really going anywhere, and Harvard, their defense was outstanding, just forcing Brown back in meters. And of course, Brown decided to go for the wide option. Headland read it very well and had a clean 80-meter run home. Harvard extend the lead here.
Mentally, that's tough too. That takes a little wind out of your sails there. If you're Brown, attacking right at the line, multiple phases. Eventually, a ball just comes up, and Chloe Headland spots it, and she's away.
Definitely a great example there of turning defense into points. Just applying pressure. The line speed was outstanding, all working together as one. She adds the 2, does she? She does.
Headland adds a 2. She converts her own try there, and score moves ahead. 38-7. The Crimson in the lead here.
Around about 18 minutes to go on this one.
So we're halfway done with the second half. Brown.
See the Brown supporters getting in behind their team. We're looking for a strong finish to this match. Obviously a special occasion here today. Johnny.
Yeah. Senior Day, Alumni Weekend, Parents Weekend. A lot of support here at Marvel Field for this team.
Can smell the hot dogs being cooked up in the background as well. Got my name on it and probably yours too.
Absolutely. Nice. Restart from Brown into the sun there, rolling towards touch. Rankin takes a hold of it and able to keep it back in. Bargell, sorry, dug out by Reese Morgan. Referee spots a knock on. It's a scrum here right at the 22, near the middle of the field for Brown. Should be some good attacking opportunities for him off of this one.
Yeah, Brown haven't had really many set-piece opportunities from the midfield today, so you can see Murray there is calling Maktia Parker out to the left, and they'll look to stack that side and completely bring a winger across as well, so no one on the right side. So
if they can get steady ball here, Goodrich.
They've got two options here. Either look for the inside to Cunningham, but I think we're going to see Maktia Parker feature here. So dangerous with ball in hand.
Goodrich has the ball. They're going to go back to Murray. Murray's got some runners. Goes around the back to Kendall Cunningham. She goes to Morgan Cunningham. Noelle Lewis can't quite handle that pass around. Doesn't come away the way they wanted it to, Brown. And turned over by the Crimson. Crimson looking to get their shape together here. Nice little pop pass, not held by Rankin. Knock on there. She's come back to a scrum for Brown. Not too far away again.
Yeah, repeat set, go again. It was a pretty well-constructed move, but Harvard read it really well, in which they've done so all day today. They've been working so well as a defensive unit and really staying on their players, and we look to have some substitutions here on the sideline as referee Lou.
Let's have Morgan Cunningham getting looked at for Brown. We'll just step away for a sec while she gets looked at.
To try and win this last 15 to 20 minutes. Obviously, you know, the middle stages of the game haven't quite gone their way, but they can take a lot of confidence into next week if they can just win this last block of the game.
Referee Lou ready to get us started here. Ohnmacht gets that one in. That one goes to the ground in the mud again. Slippery turf underneath. Both the men's and the women's teams have been training elsewhere, trying to keep this field in as good a shape as they can get it.
I do hear Coach LaFlamme's had security guards watching it overnight as well, just to make sure no one's entering the pitch.
Scrum set again, but it comes up. Let's set this down again. Not the most exciting viewing all the time, but we'll have a scrum here eventually, Wheels.
That is the one thing about scrums is the resets. Very interesting to see in the next couple of years if they look to potentially try and change that, because it's a big part of the game that soaks up a lot of time.
It does slow down, soak up a lot of time, and there is, an America, that professional league, Major League Rugby, as you know well, is just not allowing. It's a one reset, yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting way to speed up the game. And this time it's taken away off the back by the Crimson. Charlotte Gilmore gets it out, and they're out to the wing. The foot race is on here, and that's Maeve Humphrey. Maeve Humphrey has the corner. Maeve Humphrey across the 22, and Maeve Humphrey, the junior from Cohasset, Massachusetts, is across the line for the Harvard Crimson as they extend their lead.
Maeve Humphrey, too much speed to burn. Did fantastic to get on the outside there, and of course the pass was pinpoint to put her away down the outside, and Harvard extend their lead from inside their own half, and Brown were disappointed as they had some really good passages of play. Credit to Harvard.
And Humphrey opportunity to convert her own kick here. What a kick it is.
Great nudge.
Yeah, tough angle there. Maeve Humphrey just knocks that one right over, converts her own. And a good, strong lead here for the Crimson.
So it looks like she's got a massive support crew on the sideline as well. I'd like to see Murray or whoever's taking up the kicking duties on this one just try and get it a little bit deeper now and force a mistake.
And they need to play it down in the Crimson half for sure. Little low driving kick, rolls right into touch. Be a line out here for the Crimson inside their own 40-meter.
Crimson been so successful running it inside their own half, and they'll look to do the same here. They've got Akina.
Brown trying to take that one away, but gets knocked first by the Crimson and then by Brown. So it's going to be a scrum here for Brown, just a few meters in from the touchline, and just inside the 40-meter line of the Crimson. Brown will want to find a little gust of wind here, get their sails up, and certainly attack for this last period of play.
Exactly. Get a bit of, just needs someone to step up and inject a bit of energy. You see, they've certainly got the ability to do so in the back line.
Brown again has the winger out behind Julia Murray. See if Goodrich decides to take it this time. Referee Lou is going to bring us up. Another unstable scrum.
They're going for a similar setup as they did from the midfield last time. Brown, got Parker and Cunningham at the back as double options for Murray.
They've tried to use Maktia Parker as a dummy runner. They don't want to go to her this time. See what you can do. That play around the back hasn't quite worked. See what they decide to do. They're going to use that shorter line. Driven back in the tackle by Muir. Ball squirts out and scooped up by the Crimson. Owenmock didn't even see it. They've got runners down the side here if they can get it to him. Ball slips over the back, this time in the hands of Delaney Dill. Delaney Dill Gets that ball back. Ohnmacht looking for a runner and finds one. Murray to Maktia Parker. Maktia Parker hauled down by a couple of Crimson defenders. And nearly picked off again on the outside there. Emerson Goodrich moves that ball to Noel Lewis. Noel Lewis gets it to the ground. Ohnmacht wondering who wants this one. Eventually it gets it out into the hands of Toigwe. Little run there around the side from Ohnmacht. And a penalty this time against the Crimson. Looks like a high tackle. And they're going to go quick. Ohnmacht looking for a runner and certainly has one there. Murray looking for some runners, finds Aaron Jessup. Ball back to Murray. From middle of the field to Malloy. Malloy slightly isolated, but help on the way, and help shows up. Murray's got some runners. She's got Delaney Dill. Delaney Dill just can't handle that one. Leaves it a bit in behind her. Will continue to play. The ball just went back. Ohnmacht has some runners. Finds Carter Bedford. Ohnmacht. Time to Murray. Murray from the middle of the field there. That's Aziza Alford. She puts a little pop pass up into the hands of Maktia Parker. Alford from Mount Vernon, New York. A little attempt from Goodrich there and a kick ahead. But they're going to maintain the ball. Is Brown driving their way inside the 22 of the Harvard Crimson. Alford again. Alford continues to drive, pumping those legs, heading towards the try line.
Great carry.
Good intent here from the reserve forward for the Brown Bears. Another pop pass up there, trying to keep this one tight. In this position a little while ago. Had an unfortunate end with a headland pickoff, so they don't want to play a little smarter. Maybe just tighten up a little bit here. They have done as they keep it tight. Crimson defending on their own line. Big hit from the Crimson. Brown still on the attack and need to get this one to the ground. It's held up at the moment. We'll see what referee Lou decides to do. Brown seems to have gotten that one down. Ohnmacht gets it up to one of the reserve players. That's Kavishe. Misses out the first runner, gets to the second one. Delaney Dill looking at the try line. Do they have some room out here now? Goodrich puts one up. Thea Parker, ball gets bounced around a couple of times. We're going to continue to play. Referee Lou says all's good. Off they go to Goodrich. Good defense here again from the Crimson around the fringes. Bedford looking for the line. Gets the ball to Dill. Again to the ground. That long one up there to Alford. Alford has to take it over her head, but she's looking at the line. Can't find it again. Just pushing the rock up the hill here a little bit, Wheels. This one may be ripped away by a defender from the Crimson, but we're going to come back for a penalty against Harvard for not releasing. One would imagine we're going to see this go pretty quick.
The tap and go.
And off they go towards the line, looking for a try here. Referee Lou on the spot. That one can't find the line. One player out. Delaney Dill a little slow to get up in the back. And that one finally goes over the try line, and Brown gets their second. They move their score up to 12 here at Marvel Field late in the second half.
Well done, Brown. This time the pressure a bit too much there for Harvard. Did really well just to keep recycling phases, and the Harvard defense gave in eventually. That'll put a smile on Coach Chow's face. They went about 15 to 20 phases there, just recycling and won the penalty. It's extremely hard to defend for that amount of time.
Yeah, like the time it just went on and on there against the Crimson. Brown able to convert on that one.
Let's go! We have playing time. We have to take you PBR afterwards, yeah.
Murray looking to convert this one. Would take him to 14. And that one is good from Murray. Time winding down in the second half here.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We want more. We want more.
The crowd want more, and I'm sure Brown are hungry for it as well. It'll give them a little bit more of a burst of confidence and potentially look to finish this game off very strong.
Hedlund taking her time.
But certainly aren't in any hurry to restart play.
I think they'd just be happy enough to get back on the bus sometime soon. Good commanding lead still despite that late Brown score, and a knock-on comes in from Brown. Going to be a Harvard scrum here right around the 22 of the Bears.
Yeah, good kick there from Harvard, just found the open space, and it's probably what we haven't seen Brown do enough of. They've been quite shallow on their kick restarts today, which of course gives Harvard a good opportunity to enter inside Brown's half. And a good set piece opportunity here for Harvard, Johnny.
Certainly is. Good attacking position for them. Reese Morgan in the scrum half position. A few players shuffled around here for the Crimson.
As you can see here, relatively stock standard setup for Harvard's backline.
The dangerous Humphrey, excuse me. Out to the left. Penalty against Harvard. Good scrum there for Brown. Right now it's those little victories, and that's a little victory wheels.
Exactly, you take those, and Brown rather, have actually had the upper hand on them in the penalty count at scrum time, so that'll make the forwards coach Brown very, very happy, and just forced Harvard's front row to fold under the pressure there. Didn't stay square, and of course, great reward there for the Brown scrum.
Going to be a line out here for Brown, just 25 meters out from their own line. A little trouble at the line out time here. I want to be safe with this one. Have Alfred at the front as a potential option. They go to the front of the line out. There's no opposition there. So that one is well taken by Bedford. Right in the middle of the field they go. Moving it quick. Murray has ball in hand. Little hand pass there. Goes quickly. That one, however, went forward. So we're going to come back here. And that is going to be the end of our contest, where the Harvard Crimson have defeated the Brown Bears here at Marvel Field. Parents' Day Alumni Weekend. Good victory there for the Crimson. Tough day for the rebuilding Brown Bears. Wheels, final thoughts?
Yeah, congratulations to Harvard. A lot more clinical today. Their backs very, very dangerous on the edges. The likes of Hedlund and Akina on the outside. Padilla in the midfield, just getting them some awesome go-forward ball, which resulted in some great tries. For Brown, certainly have a few things to work on, but they showed some really, really encouraging signs, and I'm sure they'll take that into next week. Good game here at Marble Field.
All the Brown seniors, we thank you for the entertainment over the year. It's such a fun bunch of players to call on this senior day. Coach Kahele, good luck in the World Cup tonight. He is Thomas Wheels Grant, and I am John Broker. This has been National Intercollegiate Rugby Association Rugby here on ESPN. out in the middle field. There goes Archer, the captain. Putting some force into this one. Last year's Ivy League championship won